It was a Monday morning when my mom called. She said, they found Amy. And I knew that they hadn't found my funny sister, the one with the stupid jokes, the one who had brought so many Mardi Gras beads home from New Orleans that when she put them on my daughter, you couldn't even see my daughter's face anymore. That's not who they had found. What they had found was her body, wrapped in a painter's tarp and tied with speaker wire and buried at a construction site. We flew down to identify and claim her. And I remember the big Cyclops TV trucks with their eye right outside the hotel room, following us everywhere we went. And I remember that Amy's coworkers had put up posters, "Have you seen Amy? Have you seen Amy? Have you seen Amy?" Just strobes in the sides of your vision as you drove down the street. And I remember my mom pushing a glass door open to get a sandwich from a deli, and her baby daughter's face is on that door. And I remember our detective pulling up in the Crown Vic, black car, just like you expect it to be. And he comes out of his car, and we're all standing there, and he says, "Mom, it's Amy." And then he opened his arms, and she walked to him, and he just held her. And that's why I do the work I do, so that no other mother has to live through something like that. I didn't save Amy. So I wrote this book to save other Amys. I wrote it because of an inscription at the Holocaust Museum that says, "Thou shalt not be a victim, thou shalt not be a perpetrator. Above all, thou shalt not be a bystander." I wrote it because of something Harriet Tubman said. Harriet Tubman said, "I saved 1,000 slaves. I could have saved 1,000 more if they had known they were slaves." I wrote it because I felt like if I told my story, other people would feel free to tell their stories. Because this idea that what happens in the home stays in the home is getting us killed. I wrote it because my silence made it impossible for Amy to tell her truth. And when I hid mine, and when I acted ashamed because of mine, I took away her right to tell me what was going on. So I encourage you to find your mother, your daughter, your cousin, your sister, and tell them the truth so that you give them permission to tell theirs.